In today's video, I have my favorite plays for the NBA this Thursday, my 4 favorite free plays for you all, coming right at you. I put a lot of hard work and research into these plays. We're going to go ahead and dive in right into them, tell you what I'm feeling, dig into some of the data and some of the numbers, and show you why these are my 4 favorite plays for this Thursday. But before we dive into some picks, guys, we just recently hit 60 subscribers on this channel. Huge milestone for me. I'm really excited about the community that we're building. So please like, comment, subscribe, share, and turn on post notifications so you guys can stay in the loop of when I am active, when I'm posting, and get in on these picks early, because I post picks every single night the day before the day's next pick. So I'm posting this video Wednesday night for Thursday's play, so you get them early so you can get them before you go to bed, sleep good at night, knowing you got your picks locked in. Now, recapping Wednesday's plays, we had like the Goldilocks of our 3 plays. One that hit, one that didn't, and one that didn't play. I guess the Goldilocks would be if one actually hit exactly at the line, if it was like a even line. But my favorite play of the day, Chet Holmgren, under 17.5 points. Chet didn't even play. He's a coward. He knew I was betting on him. He was scared of the moment. So that just sucks, dude. I give up my best free play, and then the guy doesn't even play. It kind of cucks you guys. I feel bad for that. But Dylan Harper went over his PRA line. He had a great game. Jabari Smith kind of ends his wild streak of this PRA run that he's been on. But, yeah, everyone kind of rode on that, I imagine. So not so good there. But really excited about Thursday's plays. Got some fun plays for you. Some guys that we haven't bet on yet this season. Some guys we bet on earlier in this season that were a lot of fun to bet on that we're bringing back. So a little hint there. But before we go ahead and dive into those plays, 3 different places you can get a ton of value betting on these plays this Thursday. Number 1 place, Novig. 100% match on $25. They just announced last week that they raised $75 million as a company, so they're putting that all back, investing into their app and giving their customers the best experience possible. So you guys need to get on Novig before they start handing out these plays. So get on there. Code TEACH10 to sign up to get the deposit match. Get on Novig. What I love about Novig, it doesn't operate like other daily fantasy sports books like PrizePicks or Underdog. It operates like a normal sports book, so you don't have to place multiple plays to submit up lineup. You can submit single bets, so I really like that. Now, second spot is Chalkboard. I absolutely love Chalkboard, especially for new users. You guys get a ton of value right out of the gate. You get a free pick square and a 100% match, good for up to $100. So you deposit $100, Chalkboard's like, oh, thank you. We'll give you $100. They also do daily drops where they hand out profit boosts like their candy. Go get on Chalkboard. I absolutely love it. Same code, TEACH10 to sign up. Third place is Betr. Free $10 to sign up when you use my code TEACH10, and that'll also unlock you a $200 bonus on your first deposit. So you deposit $200 in the app, you'll get another $200 to play with. They're also doing free pick squares throughout the entire NBA season. For this Thursday, you guys can get a free Anthony Edwards square, so he gets 1 point rebound. You boost out your lineup. So go get on that. Guys, $335 worth of value just in signups on these apps. That doesn't include the free play squares, the daily profit boost drops that Chalkboard does. So go get on those apps. All 3 will be linked in the description below this video, so you can find them right there. Now, enough with that. Let's get into these plays for this Thursday. Swinging right out of the gate, my favorite play of the day for Thursday, Tyrese Maxey over 27.5 points. We bet on Maxey a lot earlier in the NBA season, and he was a lot of fun to bet on. He's kind of resurging a little bit recently. Gone over this line in 7 of his last 10 games. He's averaging over 28.5 points in those games, so a full point over where the line is set at is awesome to see. Going up against the Miami Heat, or 20th in the league in points allowed, giving up over 117 points per game, not good at all. Against point guards, one of the worst in the league, 4th worst, giving up over 27 points per game, so kind of right lines up where this line's at. I think Tyrese Maxey's poised to continue on his hot streak and have another great game. Why? Well, you can see here he's hit 7 of his last 10. He's actually hit in 6 of his last 7 games, where he's averaging 31 points per game over that last 7-game stretch. So he's been absolutely on fire even more recently. So I love that. Also, in his last 10 games, he's averaging about over 35 minutes per game. So we absolutely love that. The playing time's been consistent. Has played at least 30 minutes in each of his last 10 games. So that is very good to see. We're not seeing any dips where he's playing below 30. He's getting at least 30 minutes a game. Gets to the free throw line a good amount too, right? see this here, 10 for 10 in his last game, 3 for 5 the night before, not so great, but he's had a ton of great free throw shooting performances, 91% over his last 10 games on 7 to 8 attempts per game. Absolutely love that. Now, field goal shooting wise, shooting 45% over his last 10, not terrible, but also not like the best in the world, but he is taking over 20 shots per game as of recently. He took 28 2 games ago, in 22 the game after that, 45% and 57%. I still feel really good about that, even though he's not shooting like around 50s where you really want to be at for a guy. If you're shooting 45% with that much volume, I am totally okay with that. That's fine with me. He's taking a bunch of threes too. Honestly, hasn't been shooting from three that great. 32% is not awful, but we would like to see at least like 35%. So like that's like 2 or 3 more threes made probably. But nonetheless, he's taking a ton of shots, has a ton of minutes on the floor. He's got a great matchup against Miami. I absolutely love this play for Tyrese Maxey to go over. Now, heading into play number 2, Grant Williams over 12.5 points, rebounds, and assists. He's gone over this line in 7 of his last 10 games. He's actually averaging over 16 PRA in those 10 games. He's actually hit 6 in a row currently, so he's looking to go for his 7th straight. Had some great performances mixed in here, a 26er and a 30 bomb, so really good to see in there. Going up against the Pacers tomorrow night, who are 25th in the league in points allowed and 28th in the league in rebounds allowed. They are top 10 in terms of assists, but the points and the rebounds really stand out at you. And at the power forward position, it's a very similar story. 25th in points allowed, 28th in rebounds allowed, and 8th in assists allowed. Great matchup for Grant Williams here, who's on a hot streak, has a fantastic matchup at the power forward position. I absolutely love this. Shooting 45% over his last 10 and 39% from 3. Although granted he hasn't been taking a ton of shots. It's only because he's playing like a little over like 22 minutes per game, but he's been making the most of his opportunities, so that makes me feel really good. 9+ rebound chances per game is really good. Double-digit rebound chances in 3 of his last 4 games makes me feel great as well. So that is play number 2 for Thursday night. Play number 3, we are going with Jalen Green under 23.5 points and assists. Now, I know Devin Booker is out of this game, so yes, Jalen Green could see an extra minute or 2 here and there, but overall, I still like this play because he's gone under 23.5 points and assists in 9 of his last 10 games. He's only had 1 game where he's gone over, and he had a good night where he scored 26 points and didn't really have any assists like he kind of has been over the last 10. He's had a few games where he's had 4 or 5. But other than that, it's been 3 or less in terms of assists. And then points, really, like, outside the one really good game, the points just haven't been there. He just hasn't really been close to this line. I know he's going to have more playing time with Booker out, but I still don't really understand why this line is so high. The Suns are going up against the Lakers, who are 17th in the league in points allowed and 22nd in the league in assists allowed. So honestly, that's not great for us. But when you look at the shooting guard position, they're top 5 in both categories. 5th in the league in points allowed, giving up just 25 points to shooting guards. Now, there's still a lot of points. I'm not going to be like, oh, yeah, they're 5th in the league. That's still really good. Yes, but it's still a lot of points, sure. But 4th in assists allowed, they lock down shooting guards, man. I absolutely love this play. I don't care if he's going to get more minutes in this matchup. As you can see here, is minutes-wise. He had 1 game where he played 36 minutes in an overtime game and still couldn't hit this line. But then he also had a game where he played 26 minutes and he went over in a game where they actually got blown out. So maybe if it's not a blowout, then we should be good. So if it's not a blowout, then we'll be fine because they'll get less opportunities to shoot if it's in a closer game. But yeah, averaging right around like the 20-point mark or 20-minute mark per game over his last 10. That's how I really feel. Shooting 35% on 13 attempts is terrible. 25% from 3, terrible. So that doesn't really concern me. Assist chances, he gets a few a game, right? But ultimately hasn't been making the most of them, or his teammates just haven't been making the shots. He's only been averaging 14 points and assists, not even. He's 13.9 in his last 10, well under this line. I'm gonna be really mad when tomorrow Jalen Green somehow plays like 35 minutes in like a game where they lose by like 20. and he somehow goes over. So that'll be fun. But other than that, love the matchup at the shooting guard position. He's gone way under this line. The line is way too high. This is a no-brainer pick. Play number 4, Rudy Gobert over 23.5 points, rebounds, and assists to round us out. Rudy Gobert has gone over this line in 8 of his last 10 games, where he's averaging 26.7 PRA over those last 10 games, actually on a streak of 4 in a row right now, and he's had some really good games. A 22-point game and 17 rebounds, 10-point game with 19 rebounds, so some monster rebounding in the last couple games. He's had a 16 rebound, 2 16 rebound games mixed in there as well that have also hit, so looking for that double-double monster performance on the boards. Going up against the Los Angeles Clippers, who are top 10 in all 3 major stat categories overall. Very good. Against the center position, they're weak, right? You can see out of all the positions that they defend well against, it's really point guards and centers where they're the worst. So not necessarily the greatest matchup in the world, but also not like a terrible matchup. Not something that I'm going to completely avoid. I'm going to attack right at it, right? Middle of the league in terms of points and rebounds allowed, 11th in assists allowed. Obviously I'd like for one of these to be green, sure, but I still like how Gobert's been playing over the last 10, and he's still got a decent matchup. Averaging 30-plus minutes over his last 10, only had 2 games really where he's been under 30 minutes, but that doesn't really concern me. Shooting 71% from the field over his last 10. Now, granted, he's a center. He takes a lot more high percentage shots right around the rim, but that doesn't matter to me. As long as he's making them, I'll take 71% any day of the week. I don't care what player you are, how tall you are, if you're just taking layups that are wide open. I don't care. 71% is 71%. Other thing that jumps way off the charts, these rebound chances. 18 rebound chances per game is ridiculous. 25 the other game where he had 17 rebounds. They don't have the number for last game, but I would love to know where that's at. I mean, if he had 19 rebounds, he probably had close to like 30 rebound chances, which is absolutely absurd in an NBA game. I wonder what the record is, but anyway, it doesn't matter. I absolutely love this. On the season, he's hit this at 55%, and he's hit it at 80% in his last 10, so performing well above. He's on a hot streak, especially his last 2 games. The last 2 games have been 2 of his best games of the season. Going in, he's got a decent matchup at the center position. Look for him to continue to do well in this matchup. So feeling really good about all 4 of these plays. So quickly, let's round out our lineup, do a quick recap. Starting us off, Tyrese Maxey over 27.5 points, my favorite play of the day. Grant Williams over 12.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Jalen Green under 23.5 points and assists. Rudy Gobert over 23.5 points, rebounds, and assists. So those are my 4 favorite plays for this Thursday night. Super excited. Looking to kind of get out of this rut. We're kind of on this like 500 streak over the last like 3 or 4 days. We did just hit this 4-man the other day back on the 20th. But it's been a little bit. We need to feel that green again. I need to see more green on my screen again so I can show you guys some more plays. All right. And also, if you want my best free play every single day, absolutely free, go sign up to my Winnable store. The link will be in the description below. I post my best free play every single day before the YouTube video even drops, about an hour or 2 before the YouTube video goes live. I will also post to my Winnable store when the YouTube video goes live, so you guys can stay in the loop when I'm posting content. I do have weekly and monthly VIP options as well for those picks, but I'm not asking for you to pay. Just sign up for free so you can get notified when I'm posting and stay in the loop and stay locked in on your picks, especially if you're betting often. Speaking of betting often, if you're betting often on sports, you guys need to sign up to Pikkit. If you're not signed up to Pikkit and you don't know what it is, Pikkit does. It syncs up all of your sports books, puts them in one spot. So you can see your combined records and your combined balances over across all the sports books that you use. So you're not juggling between all these different apps, trying to stay locked in, dialed, and organized. Pikkit's actually going to pay new users to sign up to their platform, $3 or $100, free chance at $100, guys. Like you should be signing up in the snap of a finger. So all you got to do, download the Pikkit app. Use my promo code TEACH10, sync up a sportsbook that you use that has at least 10 or more bets placed on it already, and you will get that deposit from Pikkit. All right? Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, share, turn on post notifications. I love you all so much. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all tomorrow for more picks.